right, if everybody could begin taking their seats, we're going to get started in just a couple minutes with our graduation ceremony. And we would like to make a note to all family members. Photos of your graduates receiving their diplomas will be taken by Grads Photography today. Information on ordering these photos will be in the graduation packets that the students will be picking up at school starting tomorrow. So we'll have photography taken of each of the students as they prepare to enter the stage and as they leave the stage today. Also, we do want to remind everybody at the conclusion of the ceremony today to please exit the stadium quickly. Our graduates will be exiting out the side, and they'll be available to meet you outside as we'll be preparing the stadium for the next graduation coming up.
Sometimes I feel there ain't no place to run. Sometimes I feel the wave has yet to come. So I let it wash, yeah, I let it wash. I let it wash right over me. So I let it wash, yeah, I let it wash. I let the tide come over me. It's a shout, it's a feeling, got me needing your emotion. Never stop with the feeling, got me needing your emotion. I'll be losing my control. Let it go, 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 go. It's a shout, it's a feeling, got me needing your emotion. Never stop with the feeling, got me needing your emotion.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin the commencement for Peoria High School's class of 2021. Welcome to State Farm Stadium. But for the next hour, this is the Cat's House. Would you please stand as the graduates enter the stadium? Please remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as we prepare to honor America. At this time, please join the Peoria High Air Force ROTC Detachment AZ-083 in the presentation of the colors and the performance of our national anthem, led by Senior Danielle Wright and signed by American Sign Language Senior Jonathan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We ask you to please remain standing. To welcome you to this afternoon's commencement ceremony, on behalf of the class of 2021, please welcome Senior Class President Marissa Vasquez.
Please pause for a moment of silence. Please be seated. Welcome parents, relatives, teachers, administrators, supporters, and the guests of honor, the graduating class of 2021. Welcome to the end of this journey and to the start of our next. For all of us, this year has definitely had its ups and downs and some weirdly strange turns. The unexpected has become our expectation, and through this, we have not grown farther apart, but closer together. The year has been hard, not just with senioritis kicking in, but with the fear that our high school experience won't be what we expected. But hey, here we are getting to graduate, and though we quite literally may be 6 feet apart, we get to do it together with our families, our friends, and those who supported us through it all. We get to walk the stage and say we did it. The class of 2021 has made it to graduation. It feels like just the other day we were getting the tour of our campus, and now we leave knowing every little detail of those buildings and the memories that live on in those halls. We are leaving not to forget, but to grow and remember where we've been. I hope that for this next journey, we don't relax and get comfy where we are at, but we strive towards who we want to be. We have it in ourselves to run towards change and to seek out good in dark times. There's no doubt that all of us have a legacy to fill. Here's to the rest of our journey, and where no wrong turn will scare us, and no unexpected moment will destroy us. We lived through the unimaginable before, and there's nothing stopping the pride and power that has brought us here today. Here's to us, the graduating class of 2021. Thank you.
To welcome you in Spanish with our traditional bienvenidos, please welcome senior Anaí Sanchez.
A mis compañeros graduados del Peoria High School, felicidades. Me llamo Anaí Pineda y doy la bienvenida a nuestros amigos, familia, profesores y la clase de 2021. Me gustaría agradecer a nuestros padres, nuestros maestros y personal por su apoyo, amabilidad y paciencia. Y lo más importante, guiarnos a través de estos 4 años de la escuela secundaria hasta el día de hoy. Sé que este año fue difícil para muchos de nosotros, educativa y personalmente. No fue nada como esperábamos, pero deberíamos estar orgullosos de todos los obstáculos que hemos superado para estar aquí hoy. Cuando éramos niños, siempre pensábamos que la graduación sería un camino muy largo, pero poco sabíamos que pasaría en un abrir y cerrar de los ojos. ¿Qué quieres hacer cuando seas mayor? ¿Dónde te ves en un par de años? El tema de futuro ha surgido periódicamente a lo largo de los años. Algunos de nosotros hemos sabido desde el principio lo que queremos llegar a ser, y algunos de nosotros todavía no lo sabemos. Y eso está bien. No hay nada malo en no saber lo que quieres hacer con tu futuro. Sé que donde sea que termines, sería genial. Cada uno de ustedes que están sentados enfrente de mí harán cosas asombrosas en el futuro. Cree en ti mismo y esfuérzate para convertirte en la mejor versión que puedes ser. Estoy agradecida de ser parte de una escuela tan maravillosa y bendecida por haber tenido todas las oportunidades que se me han brindado. Todos hemos creado recuerdos inolvidables y gente increíble. Gracias por estos 4 años maravillosos. No los olvidaré. Todos haremos grandes cosas. Felicidades a la clase de 2021. Gracias.
The history of wearing ceremonial regalia dates back to the 12th century. Many of our students are continuing that tradition today by wearing a variety of regalia with their graduation gowns. To describe these student honors, please welcome PHS Assistant Principal Cedrica Hester.
Good afternoon. At this time, we would like to recognize the graduating seniors who are adorned with cords, ribbons, tassels, sashes, and medals. Seniors who participated in academic clubs and activities are wearing the following cords and sashes. Please stand and hold your applause until all colors are recognized. Yellow, green, white cord, top 1%. Yellow-green cord, top 5%. Green-white cord, top 10%. Gold sash, National Honor Society. Red, white, blue ribbon with the medal, Academic Scholar. Blue, yellow tassel, NHS officers. Please applaud these students for their academic honors. Thank you. You can be seated. For the club and activities, Gold Sash, FFA, White Cord, JAG, Red, White, and Blue, ASL, Honors Society, Royal Blue, Yellowstone, AVID, Blue Silver Cord, Air Force Junior ROTC, Green Gold Cords with Yellow Sash, Student Council, Red Cords, Blood Drive donations, White with red lettering stoles, editors, and yearbook publication. Red, white cords, yearbook publication, and white sash, Mesa. Please applaud these students for their involvement in clubs and activities. Thank you. You may be seated.
With our first student address of the afternoon, please welcome Peoria High Senior Honor Student, Mihrael Lewendi.
So 5 years ago, both of my sisters graduated from Peoria High School in the same stadium, and they are beyond happy today that I'm graduating. Not because they love me though, it's because they're gonna have to wake up early in the morning to give me a ride to school. I'm just saying. So every year, 1.2 million students drop out of high school. That is a student every 26 seconds. So congratulations for not being part of the 1.2 million students. Hello, gentle people and high school graduates. My name is Mora, pronounced Mihrael. On behalf of our senior class, I would like to thank every single individual who made this day happen, every teacher who helped a student during tough time, every administrator who helped the school help manage the school's work, every family member and friend who supported us throughout this journey, and our sports team and clubs who made this school all about tradition. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Thank you. Just a general question, do you guys know your why by now? Yeah? No? You better, I'm just saying. So, with all seriousness though, I took time to do some self-reflection over the past 4 years, and I asked myself, what do I regret the most about high school? And I personally realized that what I regret the most is sacrificing personal time and relationships to do work. You know, studying the whole day and forgetting to make time for myself. And for you guys, it might be different. It could be letting toxic people in your life or not knowing how to say no. It could even be not ensuring you're prioritizing your priorities. And although these are all different mistakes that we all did in high school, these are the mistakes that are going to teach us how to face the outside world. Because before you know it, you're going to be paying that electric bill, filing tax, or choosing to buy that textbook instead of the double cheeseburger. So, in conclusion, I want you guys to applaud yourselves. We did it. Congratulations, Panthers.
Continuing to describe the honors earned by our senior class, represented by the regalia they're wearing today, please welcome back to the stage Mrs. Cedrica Hester.
Now we would like to recognize seniors who participated in CTE, as well as program completers are wearing the following cords and medallion. CTE, Black Silver Medallion, State Mastery of Subject Area Test. Red, Black Cord, Sports Medicine Athletic Trainers. Orange Cord, CTE and WestMech program completers. Orange, blue, green cord, Met Honors Program completers. Please applaud these students for their involvement in CTE. Thank you. You may be seated. Seniors who have committed to entering the military, please stand. Please applaud these students for their commitment to serving our country. Thank you. You may be seated. Seniors who participated in performing arts programs are wearing the following cords: pink cord, band; purple green, choir; pink cord, Arizona Arts Proficiency in Dance; blue stoles, yellow and gold cords, International Thespian Society. Please applaud these students for their involvement in our performing arts program. Thank you. You may be seated.
Presenting our second student address of the afternoon from the class of 2021, please welcome to the stage senior Miss Rosa Wheeler.
Good afternoon, families, faculties, and the class of 2021. My name is Rosa Wheeler, and I am so excited to be here while we finally celebrate this joyous occasion. Guys, we made it. Even if it looks a little bit different than we planned, we made it. Nothing ever happens like you imagine it will, and this year has proven it. All of us, we had a plan for our senior year. It was going to be our coming-of-age teen movie, and it was going to be epic. And life saw our epic plan and said, nah, and threw it out the window with everybody else's plans. Truth be told, we all had planned for all of high school, and life seemed to always throw that one out too. Sometimes I'll get to talk to junior high kids, and one thing they always ask me is, what's high school like? What is high school like? I don't know. I'll let you know when I find out. But I tell them like something like poetic and vague, like, oh, it's what you make it. But it is truly what you make it. It's what we made it. High school certainly was nothing like High School Musical, as we all love to say. We weren't singing and dancing all the time. I mean, I was in theater. But high school was different for all of us. But we never did anything alone. I guess you could say we were all in it together. No. We've missed a lot of events this past year. We missed games, homecoming, prom, but we didn't miss out on the moments with the people we care about the most. We found ways to spend time together, whether it was playing Among Us, socially distanced picnics, sharing TikToks, or simply just texting each other. Wherever we were, we found a way to be together, and it has shown something about our generation that in the darkest times, we always find the light, and we always find each other. We don't let these disappointments or deviations from our plans define us. We rise above them, even through the masks and the hand sanitizer. We show the world and COVID that we're tougher. So while all these plans have been messed up, one of the most important things this year has taught us is that life is not about plans. Life isn't about being the best in the class or being rich and famous or going to the best college or winning every single game. Life is moments. Tiny, seemingly mundane moments, big moments, sad moments, moments like Mr. Bauer singing on the morning announcements, or seeing his yellow pants every Friday, or George and Miss Hester yelling at us if we didn't have our IDs on. Moments where we miss those who aren't with us anymore, or where we have to say goodbye to the people we love the most. Or ones where we stop and think, wow, I'm finally graduating. Life shouldn't be defined by our plans going wrong or our successes and failures. Life should be defined by the love we share and the people we surround ourselves with, because they drive us forward. They keep us going. Our friends, our families, our teachers, our mentors, coaches, they make those little moments that make life and make it worth living. They help us find our why. And as Mr. Bauer has reminded us for these past 4 years, to know your why, I'll remind you that if you haven't found it yet, it's not too late to find it. And as you continue on in your adventure, keep searching for your why, because it's always changing. So Panthers, as this chapter of our life closes and we turn this page to the next, I am so grateful I was able to share these moments with all of you, and I am so proud of what we've accomplished. Now it's on to our next adventure, and it's time to shock the world.
This senior class has made their mark as Panthers during one of the most interesting times in our Peoria High history. Our next speaker has also left his mark on Peoria High School. This year, he is graduating from PHS to join the ranks of the retired after 9 years as the head of our Panther family. At this time, please welcome to the podium our PHS principal, Mr. Paul Bauer.
All right, welcome to the class of 2021, the 99th graduating class of what we consider the first and best high school in the Peoria Unified School District, the Peoria High School. This time I'd like to recognize some guests. We have with us Governing Board President, Mr. David Sandoval, sitting over here, and our Superintendent, Dr. Jason Reynolds, and Ms. Chris Lopez-Lira. She's in charge of all the high schools here in the district. And then in the audience is Ms. Danielle Airy and Dr. Carter Davidson. So welcome, thanks for coming out. I'd like to formally recognize our secretary, Ms. Willoughby, and Ms. McCullum. They work behind the scenes to make sure everybody got their masks, got their medallions, got their tassels, and all the other regalia that Ms. Hester talked about. And want to recognize Mr. Holliday and Ms. Hester for her work in regards to that. The same goes for our guidance department. They burned the midnight oil to make sure some of you passed English 4 at the very last minute, or econ, or government, and other academic requirements so you could walk across this stage today. As some of your speakers talked about, the last couple of years have been quite amazing. Have had a profound impact on our world, our country, our state, our district, and our school. And despite these challenges, you, your teachers, your families have overcome tremendous adversity to be here today. And we've met those challenges together. For that's what the tradition and hallmark of the Peoria High School is all about. It's about working together for a common goal. It's been our strength for the last 99 years, and it'll be our strength for the upcoming 100. It seems that every hour of every day we're bombarded with challenging conflicts, and we have persevered and solved these challenges as Panthers have done for nearly a century by working together. From that very beginning, our school, located in the back of a stagecoach stop along the railroad, on the south side of the railroad tracks, it was opportunities for all, and it was our community working together and looking forward, forging partnerships with very diverse groups to ensure that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, as our good buddy Aristotle stated over 2,000 years ago. Many people forget the rest of his quote, though, that it's focused on unity. Hopefully, when you look back this past year, I hope you remember victories on the athletic fields and courts, wonderful performances on our stage. Perhaps you might remember capturing first place in the state Mesa competition, or getting your OSHA card in building trades or welding, or beating your time in the ROTC fitness test. For the athletic field, the PAC stage and other labs are just an extension of the classroom, and those lessons that are learned are perhaps more important than the lessons that you might have learned in your classroom. The importance of character, self-discipline, perseverance, dedication, sacrifice. It's perhaps what our society needs now more than ever. When Aristotle talked 2,370 years ago, unity ensures that the whole is greater than the sum of all the pieces. And to ensure greatness and to realize your potential, we must work together and find common ground. Graduates, today is about you, but it's also about your families. We'd like to thank them for trusting us, Peoria High School, with their most valuable resource, you. High school's not always easy, but the love and support your parents and families have provided have helped you become model citizens and great Panthers. One of the great things about Peoria High School is over the years we've developed some wonderful traditions, and one of them is recognizing families that have dedicated their lives to Peoria and have sent their children here, generation after generation. Here's a list of some of the folks that have sent their kids. These are 3 generations. Nathaniel Acosta, Nathaniel Bandon, Kurt Bengeli, Darius Boganiano, Samuel Diaz, Josh Granado, Isaac Castro, Christina Page, Fabian Hernandez Lucatero, Ahmed Ibrahim, Devin Kosiamba, Israel Morenz, Daphne Santan, Ariana Musa, Isaac Sanchez, Brianna Taylor. 4 family members, Caleb Acosta, Marissa Gerlerman, Lena Ishtui, Mariah Kaufman, Agar Riak, and Carlos Sanchez. 5 family members, Nevaya Aguero, Marissa Cardenas, Mia Lamon, and Marissa Vasquez. And of course, 6 family members, and he couldn't really remember how many, so we just said 6, Israel Rivera. Of these names, it's interesting to note that we have several noteworthy families that are in the audience today that graduated over 50 years ago. One of our graduates was also the great-grandfather, was the first student to enroll at the Peoria High School over 100 years ago. Connor Murphy, the great-grandson of Ira Murphy, will be graduating today. Mr. Murphy was the first student enrolled at Peoria High School, went on to be a teacher, principal, and superintendent of Peoria Unified School District. And if you're a Murphy Mustang like Mr. Babb back here, that school is named after him. Other noteworthy families would be Caleb Acosta's great-grandfather, Frank Rivera, who graduated in 1957. Marissa Vasquez and Mia Lamon's grandmother, Rufina Flores, graduated in 1966. And 1 year later, Navarra Aguirre's grandmother, Rosemary Rivera, graduated in 1968. Finally graduating in 1971 was Carlos Sanchez's grandmother, Marcela Labero. Thank you for your trust and confidence in Peoria Unified School District and the Peoria High School. I'd like to take a moment to recognize some of our teachers. While many other schools across our country and state closed their doors, our teachers and staff welcomed you to class. Panthers, your teachers laughed with you, they cried with you, celebrated you during turbulent times. They served not only as teachers, but as coaches, sponsors, advisors, and mentors. They take a stand every day for you. While they have helped you become what you are today and to begin to realize your unlimited potential. They are emotionally invested in your success and hold themselves and you to the highest standards. They see the future every day when you walk onto our campus or log into a Teams meeting. We have several staff members who will be moving on to new opportunities this summer in our district and across the country, including Ms. Calderon, Ms. Olney, Mr. and Mrs. Hudson, Mrs. Olivas, Mr. Navarro, Mrs. Gaida, who taught a couple of you that are out there here in kindergarten, Ms. Patty Davis Moore, Ms. Amy Merrifield, Mrs. Cindy Allward, Ms. Frazier, Ms. Cash, Ms. Swenson, and Ms. Ely. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank them for their commitment, dedication, and service to Peoria High School, the city of Peoria, and the Northwest Valley. Peoria High School is a better place to learn and work because of your efforts. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Graduates, let's honor and recognize the best teachers and staff in the Peoria Unified School District. Under the leadership of Cindy Allward and Amy Merrifield, our guidance department, seniors earned nearly $7 million in scholarships. This is particularly amazing in this age of a pandemic. If you received an award or scholarship, would you please stand and be recognized? While they're standing, students, you might find it interesting that 87% of you will go on for a post-secondary school, 6% of you will be serving our country, and 7% already have a job lined up. Well done. Thank you. You may be seated. Ms. Hester earlier recognized some of the regalia, but I wanted to recognize again. If you're in the top 10%, would you please stand to be recognized? Well done. Thank you. You may be seated. If you're in the top 5%, would you please stand? Well done. Finally, I want to name the graduating seniors who finished in the top 1% of their class. Please stand when I call your name. Suzanne Bigelow. Our speaker, Mirel Magade Ratab Luende. And our signer at the very beginning, Jonathan S. Lim. Well done. We're proud of your accomplishments. You may be seated. Well, a lot of you have stated that you are getting tired of me asking what your why is or the importance of knowing your why. Several years ago, I spoke about Henry Ford, and I want to talk to you today about a partner of his that worked on alternative fuels and revolutionary car designs. He was an advisor to Congress. He visited the White House several times to advise presidents. He was a brilliant research scientist, a college professor, and Thomas Alva Edison and Mahatma Gandhi both visited with him to seek his advice. He was also the first African American to graduate from Ohio State University. Anybody know who I'm talking about? All right. Well, this guy obviously knew his why. This advisor to presidents, inventor, and professor was born into slavery near the town of Diamond, Missouri. He was kidnapped as an infant during the infamous border wars in Kansas and Missouri and Arkansas. And he was rescued from those raiders when the posse that was sent after him traded a horse for the infant. He grew up an orphan and was adopted at age 11. He traveled for a number of years as he was homeless, working a number of odd jobs to pay for his food and lodging and education. He applied and was accepted to Highland College in Kansas, but was denied entry due to the color of his skin. Despite many setbacks and challenges, he applied to and was accepted to Iowa State University. He studied botany. He was the first African American to graduate and was the first African American to earn a master's degree from that same institution. We don't have time to go into more detail, but as you can see, this guy certainly knew his why. He knew why he was on this earth. But George Washington Carver, some of you know him as the Peanut Man, he overcame many of the obstacles that some of you faced. He was homeless. He was an orphan. He struggled with health challenges throughout his life. He couldn't read or write until much later in childhood. He was cruelly treated based on the color of his skin. He knew his why, though, and when someone asked about him later in life, he said, "I want to feel that my life has been to service to others." Panthers, many of you think that graduation is an end, but I believe Mr. Carver would say it's just the beginning. And our prayer for you as you leave the stadium today is that you will act on your why. For when you know your why, you will see the unseen. You'll be able to listen, not just hear. You'll be able to run and not be tired. You'll be able to serve others with new strengths that you did not know you had. And in short, you'll not only shock the world, you'll shock yourself. Dr. Reynolds and Mr. Sandoval, if you please join me at the podium. And now, as with pride and pleasure as principal of the Peoria High School, I certify that each of these students have met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Arizona and the Peoria Unified School District. I present this class to you as representative of the Peoria Unified Governing Board. Board President Sandoval, I respectfully request that you accept these graduates and that you confer diplomas on them.
Thank you, Principal Bauer. On behalf of the Governing Board of the Peoria Unified School District, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Arizona, I accept this recommendation that the Peoria High School class of 2021 has met the requirements for graduation. Mr. Bauer, please present the graduates to receive their diplomas.
All right, remember our cues that we practice. You guys ready? It's my pleasure to introduce to you graduates of the Peoria High School. Please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Let's do this.
I'll lean in.
Jonathan S. Lim.
Destiny Ann Muniz.
Anaí Pineda Sanchez.
Paula Yadira Aceves Cisneros.
Meharil Magdi Ratreb Loendi.
Caleb Anthony Acosta.
Frederica Rose Wheeler.
Nathaniel Cruz Acosta.
Michael Joseph Aaron.
Dylan Joseph Adams.
Pauline Renee Aro.
Nevea Grace Aguero.
Yesenia Elizabeth Arellano.
Jod Kilechene Avararo.
Robert Dion Arden.
Diego Amaya.
Noelia Fernanda Arce Beltran.
Tyrion J. Reese Amix.
Brahm Ansing.
Celeste Unique Anchondo.
Larissa Lynn Dimitrivena Andreeva.
Ashley Danielle Anderson.
Elena Opal Dimitrievena Andreeva.
Marissa Navea Vasquez.
Avenel Adriana Joy Alexander.
Danielle Nicole Wright.
Devaugier Cambrell Watson.
Karen Betsua Arroyos Ramos.
Tyler Douglas Campbell.
Nayeli Aviles.
Julian Daniel Camacho.
Serena Marie Valderrama.
Jesus Andrew Theodore Camacho.
Nathaniel Alexander Bandon.
Josue Naum Caballero Sanchez.
Veronica Alexis Barrientos.
Darius Bugiano.
Alyssa Giselle Belman.
Emily Anna Buchert.
Viviana Maria Benitez.
Melissa Elizabeth Buchanan.
Suzanne Emilia Bigelow.
Larry Wayne Brown.
Kurt Louis Bingelli.
Deidre Rose Brown.
Deja Vu Rosemarie Burney.
Cassidy Ray Brooks.
Martin Juan Bode.
Trinaya Nichelle Bridges.
Hannah Michelle Bryan.
Sydney Ray McPherson.
Nicole Reese Parnett.
Filiberto Andres de la Rosa.
Josiah Ray Candazo.
Isaiah Robert Davis.
Marissa Ann Cardenas.
Brandon Tyler Davenport.
Diego Rogelio Cardenas Rivera.
Chase Michael Krieger.
Carolyn Misty Rose Kessimer.
Stephen Noah De La Rosa.
Alejandro Carlin Leva.
Mario Antonio Cortez.
Anaí Castellanos.
Hasil Adam Cordero.
Erica Eileen Castillo.
Charisma Ariana Corbett.
Isaac Samuel Castro.
Brandon Alexis Contreras Morales.
Isis Angelica Chacon.
Basiratu Joyce Adesina Cole.
Hector Chacon Hernandez.
Juliana Gabriela Cisneros Aceves.
Gabriela Elisa Chagoya.
Joseph Gabriel Christian.
Devin Jordan Kelly.
Jasmine Valenzuela Chavez.
Riley Mark Champion.
Wendy Gomez Rabadan.
Simon Marcus DeMayo.
Leslie Wu Gomez.
Shane Matthew Dees.
Remington Jordan Pierce.
Yulika Angel Delgado.
Hannah Nicole Giunta.
Alex Diaz.
Jenna Janae Gazuena.
Samuel Diaz.
Marissa Grace Gerlman.
Sergio Chafet Diaz.
Liliana Joanne Garza.
Stephanie Diaz.
Abram Jesus Bergen.
Giselle Diaz Pescador.
Kayla Alessandra Gallegos.
Tamara Analik Diaz Short.
Sierra Lynn Foster.
Nevea Leonie Diggs.
Aubriona Sharon Monique Ford.
Andrea Elizabeth Vasquez.
Kyle Andrew Fitzpatrick.
Samantha Brooke Egan.
Kamari Deshawn Epson.
Sarah Ann Eagle.
Jaston Brandt Heffley.
Marissa Gomez Rojas.
Ahmed Ibrahim.
Alexandra Gonzalez.
Daisy Marie Hosteen.
Frank Christian Gonzalez.
Chastity Faith Holloman.
Jonathan Eric Gonzalez.
Trina Mintuet Ho.
Joshua Santiago Granado.
Candice Elaine Herrera.
Madison Lynn Greeley.
Alexis Irene Hernandez Holiday.
Gage Patrick Griego.
Fabian Hernandez Lucatero.
Camila Gudino Aguilar.
Jasmine Leilani Hernandez.
Elizabeth Alice Geyer Kring.
Gustavo Alonso Hernandez.
Natalie Esther Guzman.
Elijah Xavier Hernandez.
Naramsen Jalal Hana.
Darrell Hendricks III.
April Leanne Hatch.
Brandon Lee Price.
Brendan Keith Hurd.
Sydney Elizabeth Marie Castillo.
Saleh Amar Idris.
Alasia Imani Love.
Samantha Inuriaga Para.
Emily Lopez Hernandez.
Lina Basim Ashtewe.
Josiah James Ward.
Antoine Germain Jones.
Andres Lopez.
Anthony Norman Isagire.
Gabriel Kennedy Long.
Annika Mackenzie Jackson.
Lee Roy Linares.
Edgar Jasso.
Mia Linda Limon.
Elise Michaela Johnson.
Anthony M. Lim.
Kendrick Chiron Johnson.
Angel Michael Leon.
Angel Omar Islas Rocha.
Angel Daniel Ledesma.
Cayman Antoine Jones.
Ariana Nicole Ledesma.
Nathaniel Aaron Jones.
Devin Jacob Kosiemba.
Mariah Annalise Kaufman.
Amber Nicole Moran.
Carlos Nathaniel Luna.
Kevin George Harris Murray.
Christopher Joseph Lundberg.
Connor Reed Murphy.
Radley Daniel Luttrell.
Priscilla Monique Munoz.
Tianming Ma.
Ariana Rochelle Musa.
Victor Aaron Madueño.
Gabriela Alicia Munoz.
Lana Cheyenne Maggard.
David Quintero Muniz.
Benjamin Drake Mahaney.
Israel Morin.
Eric Maldonado.
Kyle Allen Vonamy.
Amberly Lynn Martinez.
Litzy Guadalupe Mora Morales.
J. Joshua Martinez.
Daniel Montes.
Juliana Joanne Martinez.
Kessler Dean Millard.
Savannah Noel Martinez Gomer.
Anisa Inez Mendoza Morales.
Devin Elizabeth Mendoza.
Corey Mitchell Polite.
Mimi Nguyen.
Corey Nicholas Perry.
Truong Nguyen.
Laura Milena Perez Carvajal.
Caden James Nichols.
Miles David Perkins.
Kiara Lynn Norberg.
Rachel Alma Perez.
Sedina Star Norton.
Janae Marie Pena.
Christopher M. Vasquez.
Edwin Frederick Payne.
Emily Megan Odigi Cruz.
Juan Diego Paxtor.
Kylie Ann O'Hara.
Jacob Adam Para.
Leslie Naomi Olag.
Christina Daniela Page.
Amari Summer Oldman.
Maria de Los Angeles Pacheco.
Lisbeth Olmos Cornelio.
Andres Joel Orozco.
Jose Julian Olmos Mitchell.
Leslie Ordonez.
Kitzel Vanessa Ordaz Delgado.
Isaac Nicholas Sanchez.
Thomas Elijah Dahl Pope.
David Sanchez.
Carter Ryan Pottle.
Carlos Giovanni Sanchez.
Ralph Elijah Quintana.
Isaiah Aranda Ruiz.
Diego Gael Ramirez.
Trinity Rose Rude.
Xavier Alexander Vieira.
Christopher Romo Contreras.
Jorge David Ramirez.
Alejandro Romo.
Yvette Dasha Villalobos.
Jayshawn Terrell Ross.
Stephanie Rhea Renteria.
Viene Romero Chavez.
Aguirre Deng Reak.
Marlon Romero Chavez.
Israel Moses Rivera.
Jasmine Mercedes Roman.
Aaron Anthony Robinson.
Maria Elena Sofia Rojo.
Devin Desai Robinson.
Hazel May Rodriguez.
Jacob Christopher Rodriguez.
Anne Bao Jung.
Leilani Maria Sanchez.
Alex Tan Tran.
Moses Jonah Sanchez.
Alvin Tong.
Emori Geneva Sanders.
James Tejeda.
Mariana Sandoval.
Brianna Michelle Taylor.
Daphne Yair Santana.
Tamara Janae Tate.
Tori Aiden Sather.
Michelle Crystal Tapia.
Veronica Alfred Sawiras.
Cameron Riley Surrett.
Caleb Russell Selvigould.
Ayana Lee Stevens.
Atong Yulshol.
Nicole Cheyenne Stallworth.
Adeline Silva Gomez.
Matthew Joseph Spalino.
Stephen Albert Slivo.
Diana Alejandra Soto.
Emily Anna Smith.
Haley Sotelo.
Nicholas Peter Soja.
Diana Zuniga.
Kevin Kayan Tron.
Tanya Zavala.
Isabella May Tristano.
Calvin Kai Zhong.
Cindy Trong.
Jonah Carl James Wright.
Caden Parker Vale.
Gabriel Lucius Wiseman.
Cynthia Baldes.
Jacob Howard Wise.
Mariah Serena Baldes.
Shirley Jamila Windley.
Destiny Hope Valencia.
Alexis Irene Aliyah Welling.
Francisco Jose Valle.
Jada Nadira Watson.
Graduates, please remove your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. All right, 99th class, class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you the Peoria High School's graduating class of 2021. Start.
Look at us dropping it low. Took me a minute to comprehend what I was looking at. Working my body, they about to explode. Speaking the facts, me and my girls getting cash. Leaving a trail of that paper to cover my tracks. Throwing up stacks, diamonds like water, we making it splash.